Alright, pilot. Ash. Good news, we've got a job for you. One of our managers, Thomas Mason, will be returning to the kingdom from some business abroad. He's in a bizjet and requests an escort to clear the blockade and anything else he might encounter up there. After arriving at our forward base, St. Richards, you'll be placed under his command for upcoming operations. You'll be taking off with one other pilot, call sign Castle. Our moles in the coalition tell us this is a lightly patrolled sector. Keep an eye out for threats regardless. Indigenous patrols are less well armed, but we can't predict where and when they'll show up. I know this is your first time heading into the kingdom. Pack your bags for a long stay. We only breach the blockade when personnel or material transfers are necessary, so the average deployment is a couple months. Word around the base is something big is brewing in there, so with any luck, you'll have some good work ahead of you. Stay safe and good hunting, Ash.
Jet up ahead. Do you eyes on?
Ash, Castle, dispatch. Blue Hammer has crossed the Croatia border and has entered our airspace. Push 176.1 for operation control.
176.1, Castle. Blue Hammer, Castle.
I read you. Good to hear your voice again. So, Ash is our new guy, right? Thomas well, we'd better use call signs. I'm Blue Hammer. I'll be your commander once we land at St. Richards. But for now, let's focus on getting there in one piece. Form up on my wing and keep your head on a swivel. This is your first time past the blockade, right? It's not as bad as everyone says. Hell, I'm glad to be going home. How about you, Castle?
I'm not quite as crazy as you yet, boss.
Anyway, check with me before you engage. If we play our cards right, we'll slip past anyone who shows up. They used to research peaceful civilian energy sources down there. They got hit back.
Not even Mexican concentrated.
No idea, but we see spooks checking it out all the time. Blake's told me it was giving off a lot more radiation than the alpha particles you expect from 20-year-old ground zero.
Reinforcements are approaching from the west.
Some of our competitors don't play nice.
We have numbers and a technical edge on most of them. They never gave me much trouble on my last deployment.
Damn it. More bandits moving to intercept. This is the price we pay for avoiding the coalition. I'm sorry you two got stuck dealing with all this. I'll make sure you get a good bonus when we arrive.
Flanking Angels 20.
Break off. It's the Legion.
Shit, let's get out of here.
Disengage and maintain heading. You wait.
Got contacts to the east. They're squawking where near Air Force.
Are they coming for us?
Negative. They're tangling with Legion.
Maintain we're heading and do not engage. On A's command's all the successor states. We ought to keep the Legion off of this for long.
Same goes for Ash.
Good. You've got potential, Ash. I look forward to seeing what you can do.
Blue Hammer. Mystic.
Mystic, Blue Hammer's reading you loud and clear.
Welcome back, sir. Picture is clean. Proceed on current heading to St. Richards.
Ash, take a seat. You did good today, kid. Now that you're here, I've got to get you caught up to speed. I'm sure you don't need much of a history lesson. But barely anyone on the outside keeps up current situations. They all think it's nothing but radioactive wastes beyond the blockade. When those nukes hit, they focused on strategic targets, air bases, armories, ports. The remnants of the kingdom are getting their houses in order and bickering over who owns the land that doesn't glow in the dark, but they're starting new militaries from scratch. A small company like ours can shift the tides in any nation's favor for the right price. Now, the money these people use isn't worth the paper it's printed on, but we do this in exchange for tangible commodities to smuggle out, and that's where your pay comes from. As for your current deployment, we've been contracted by the Republic of Argulia to defend its borders. The Prince of Montique has made some lofty talk about being the inheritor to the kingdom. A couple of speeches about ancestral birthrights later, he's...
Tim! Hey, Tim!
Chloe? Oh, God!
How have you been?
Good, but I told you not to come back until you had more experience.
Aw, come on. I did fine last time round.
Maybe, but if you keep trying your luck, it's going to run out sometime.
Hey, I was bored and broke outside the blockade. This place makes me feel alive.
At your age, maybe you should worry a little more about staying alive.
Oh, shut up. You're not my father. So, how have the last few months been without me?
I miss you too, if that's what you're fishing for. Not a lot of action out here, but things are heating up between Argulia and Montique. I'm guessing that's why they sent you over. Who is that new guy with you anyway?
Ash? Don't know much about him. He seems pretty quiet. Just showed up at Equestria base a few months ago. He did good, though. Scored a few kills for himself. I bagged more, of course.
Of course.
Speaking of which, Mason voluntold me to show him around. Guess I'd better get on that.
Oh, right. Catch up later then?
You bet.